You've been to America's largest RV show.
That's right. We're in Hershey, Pennsylvania, and we have done what we believe to be the first of many years of attending the Hershey America's largest RV show.
Yep. Our guide Bill took us to some great Pennsylvania
Yes.
destinations, including a goofy place that is an elephant museum and a candy store, and peanuts, of course.
And being in this beautiful Chamber of Commerce weather, we sat outside a lot, so we have a gadget for you that is a must-have.
Oh boy, is it ever. We have this week's podcast along with the notes, stories, and discounts that go with it at our home on the web at stresslesscamping.com.
Don't forget to like and share, and thank you for joining us for episode 325.
Stressless Camping. I'm Tony.
I'm Peggy.
We're sorry, Bill. And we're two RV industry veterans who travel part-time
In a Rockwood Mini Light.
2506, looking to share big adventures and help you with great tips,
Tricks.
and discounts. And we're missing something. We are in Hershey.
Oh.
And yeah, Hershey makes chocolate, but sure, can you hold that?
Hershey also makes Reese's.
And you can go to the Hershey store and get things you can't get
Anywhere else. You can only get them at the Hershey store. I'm not going to eat chocolate until we're done. 'Cause
Oh,
I don't want people looking at my chocolate teeth, but I will hold on to that for later.
I'm going to eat a Reese's. What is that?
It is peanut butter pie miniature cups.
They're very good, except if you've just brushed your teeth.
It's good. It kind of has that crunchy, graham cracker crust crunch to it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's quite tasty.
Mm-hmm. We didn't bring a trash can. All right. Where in the world are we? I mean, I know we're in Hershey. What's the name of this park, Bill?
Gifford Pinchot State Park.
So technically, we're not in Hershey at the moment.
True.
Because we could have stayed in Hershey if we wanted to pay 4 times as much.
Yeah.
And if we had planned a lot earlier.
Well, but this place is absolutely beautiful.
It's so beautiful here.
But what it does have is electric. What it does not have is water. Well, it has water and sewer at a central location. What we wish we had were water and sewer, because what we do have is our ABC Upfitters Master Volt power system.
Yeah.
And we could have run the entire time without plugging in. And that's one of the beauties. It offers you a lot of freedom of choice in where you camp and how you camp and all of that. If that's the kind of thing you want, more flexibility, more camping, more choice in a system that's built by one company so there's no finger pointing, our friends at ABC Upfitters are the people to call. And you can reach them at 574-333-3225.
That's 574-333-3225, or use the QR code hidden somewhere on the screen, or look at the show notes.
Yeah, absolutely. You'll find all the resources there. But they really are good people, and they do a great job, and we've been very pleased. Bill's been very pleased.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's customer number one.
That's right. He was up
It's been
number
working
1.
great.
But they always treat you like number one.
That's right.
What in the wide world of sports did we see at the Hershey RV Show? First of all, what we wanted to see was maybe not what everybody wants to see there.
Yeah, probably.
Right? Our goal going in was to see people, many of whom we have only talked to virtually. We met in person the vice president of Camco, for example, Andrew, who we've had as a guest on the podcast. You can find that episode linked here somewhere. We got to spend time with our friend, not enough time,
Yeah.
Janine Pettit from Girl Camper. It was a whirlwind of just...
It was, yeah.
But it's always great to see her. And Janine, you're looking good.
Yeah.
You look so healthy and happy. It's great.
Yes.
We got to spend multiple times with our friend Jason from RV Miles.
Yeah.
And we have drank multiple beers with our friend Robert and his wife Ely from Traveling Robert.
Yep. And really, like, the number of people who said, I want to meet you. That is like a big thrill for me. You know, like I'm glad that you're out there watching us and listening to us, but the fact that you want to like find us and say hello and shake our hands is exciting to me. And also the people who we'd just be walking, you know, talking through the vendor area and someone would stop and say, I know that voice. I listen to you guys. That is such a thrill for us. If you ever are in a situation where you think, maybe I shouldn't bother them, don't think that.
Yeah, no, it's not a bother.
Love when people come and say that they recognize us.
Yeah, it's the greatest thing in the world, and we have appreciated meeting quite a few of you.
Yes,
another person we met who will be on the podcast soon is Jeremy Puglisi.
Yes.
And we got to see all his books, and we bought some of his coffee.
We bought some of his books.
We bought some of his books, and we bought some of his coffee. Yeah. So not like he didn't have like a pot there.
We didn't drink a cup of coffee. So we bought coffee beans.
They sell coffee beans. Mm-hmm. So we got the Black Tank blend.
We did.
Can't wait to try it.
RV Atlas.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. RV Atlas is their podcast.
We also did not look at the thousands of RVs that are on site. It was, literally it was overwhelming to me how many different RVs were there. Now, if you're shopping for an RV, this would be a great place to go because it covers everything out there, right? But not being shopping for an RV, it was just...
It's dangerous to go
there's
shopping
there's
for
just
RVs.
No way. There is no way that we could have seen even a portion. We did spend a day that kind of hanging out in the RVs and looking at things, but we still only hit probably a 20%.
Yeah. Well, we did a live feed from Rockwood.
Yes.
So we got to see the new Rockwoods. We have seen some of them. We got to see more of them.
Yeah.
We did meet our friend Christopher Barth from Ember RV.
Sure.
We got to meet the vice president of Lance.
Yes, the
and see the new
owners.
but
under new ownership.
Yeah, Lance is now a private. If you haven't heard, Lance is now a private company again. It was part of a company called the Rev Group, and it was their only travel trailer brand, and it was their only
truck camper brand.
Yeah, and the only production outside of the general Indiana-ish area. So Lance is still in Southern California. They're the last real RV company building in Southern California. And, that used to be a hot spot of RV manufacturing. Yeah. And they're the last holdouts, really.
Yeah. And so under new private ownership.
Yeah.
And so we got to look at some of their campers, truck campers and travel trailers. There are just so many.
Oh,
There's too many.
Yeah,
and then, of course, my favorite, walking through all the vendors, right?
Yeah, that's really what we were there for.
And it wasn't even so much that I wanted to buy anything. We bought a couple things, but it's not...
These chairs.
Yeah, the chairs. It's not so much that I wanted to buy things. I just like to look. I just like to see all the things out there and see people buying those things. And, of course, half the things we already own, right?
Half.
Let's face it.
More than half.
There's a good percentage of things. And, we can go right past the ones that are specifically Class A things.
Yeah, we like the towing system.
Yeah, or resorts in Florida. That's not going to hold that much interest to us. But all the gadgets and the doodads and the things, I love just spending time just wandering through those aisles.
Yeah. So there were a few highlights of gadgets for me. One was there's a dude, happened to be named Tony, and he came up with a portable CO2 powered kegerator that's based on an ice chest. And this thing, we'll put a little video about it, but it was very impressive.
Very impressive the way it came together and went like super easy and quick together. Yeah, that was a good engineering feat.
Yeah, and just very well built. I also liked we looked at mattresses
Yes.
and got to lay some of
Test
the new
rest?
mattress. Test rest. There we go. Test rest. It's test rest camping.
Yeah.
The- from Brooklyn Bedding, and
Yep.
we really did like their mattresses a lot. So
Yeah.
who knows?
Who
There
knows
may be
what'll happen? How about your favorite, Bill?
I like the mattress. I've actually been having a little bit of a sore back all week, so that was kind of interesting to me. I also like there was a guy selling like rubber covers that went over the stairs of your RV, and it seemed like it perfectly fit and everything, but a little on the pricey side.
Something to consider, think about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there was something else I saw. I can't remember now. Tug on it.
Now we also bought those like tie straps.
Oh, that was
They're
it.
kind of like silicone, stretchy rubber, like zip ties, reusable, of course. And we bought a set of those. They were giving away one for free. And then we all said, oh, I could use it for this and use it for this. So we bought some and we've been using them. We'll put some pictures up here of how we've been starting to use ours.
Trying to think of where I put the rest of them.
I put them away because you left them out.
Oh. Wait, here I could get one.
Okay, they're right inside that cabinet.
Might as well, right? I mean, that's a good visual.
And as if by magic, he has one in his
Well, and I walked all the way over to our trailer, which was so exhausting. I better eat
Oh my heavens.
a Reese's
Give me that.
peanut butter pretzel, which is only available here in Hershey, apparently.
Okay, so this is called, it's brand new. They just released these. It's called the cord tie. And it, has these two notches in the top so that you can put you should probably take the iPad from me. You can put the thing through the slot. And actually, he was saying you put it through the lower slot and then snug it around like your cable or something. And then it's always attached to the cable, and then you can use this to like wrap the cable.
Yeah, and then you make a little handle.
Yeah, and so it's very handy. We'll put a link. I'm pretty sure they have a website. They're just so new.
Yeah.
And the brand name is new. And so we'll put some links to that, but they're really sturdy. They came in yellow and black, I believe. And we got yellow so that we'd be able to see them everywhere. And two sizes. This is the smaller, right?
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, this is a smaller. There's actually one that's quite a bit longer.
But I could
And they're made in the USA.
Yeah, I like that part, made in the USA.
Yeah.
I'm going to wrap our power cord with that. Our spare water water hose. I knew there's a name for it. Jeez,
yeah, the backup water
I haven't
hose.
had enough Reese's. So the way the vendors are, there's a big rink there at Hershey, like a hockey rink.
Right. So it's not that the rink is at the show. It's that the show is at
the rink,
the local hockey rink.
Yeah.
The Giant Center.
The Giant Center.
The Giant Center. And so there's like the upper walking around area, which is normally where you'd wait in line for your beer and snacks if you're watching a hockey game.
And bathrooms. Yeah.
And that's where they have like all these vendors around that perimeter, including that's where we saw Jeremy from RV Atlas and things like that. And
where we bought the
cords. There's a ton. Some of the vendors are vendors we've seen at tons of other shows. So it was good. So there's all this stuff you could see there. And then you can go down like where the ice normally would be if it was a hockey game. At least I assume that's where they put the ice. I don't know. I didn't see a dang Zamboni.
Yeah, down on the floor they had a whole bunch more vendors, like rows of vendors. And then all the stands, they're too steep. You couldn't put vendors there. But it was a nice place to sit and eat a snack and watch everybody shopping.
Like Reese's?
Like if you took your bag of Reese's, sure. You could, get a hot dog or you said you really like that Philly sandwich or
Barbecue.
No, it was
I got a
barbecue
sandwich. Yeah.
Yeah, it looked good. That was no. They did not skimp on the meat on that sandwich. It was good looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, the main concourse around has the seminars.
And
Yeah.
the seminars, that's
And
right.
there's seminars which we didn't know going in, although we knew Mike Sokol was going to be there, and he was on our live feed. But
there were 4 rooms that had seminars all day long. Well, kind of 5, because down on the floor there was an area. There was one couple doing seminars there all the time.
yeah,
And we've met them, and my brain is just blanking out. Sorry, guys.
but if you want to learn stuff, these seminars are really good. We know Dave Helgeson, Mike Sokol, and Chris Doherty, and a number of the presenters, and they are just top-notch presenters. So the seminars were another good reason to go there.
Yeah. And another good reason why we'll spend more days there next year, because we, being our first time, we didn't really we kind of knew what to expect.
Well,
We've been to
Bill gave
RV
us a
shows,
good,
sure, but I mean, I think just the volume of stuff to see, and honestly, the volume of people.
and we aren't even there today. We're recording this on Sunday.
I wasn't going to admit that. We were going to say it was over, but yeah,
well, it is over by the time you watch this, but we could be there today. But as Bill said,
the
Sunday
weekends are going to be the
nuts.
most crowded. So we went on Tuesday, which was like an industry day. It was not open to the public. And
that was awesome.
That was great. A lot of vendors were still setting up. So we kind of shopped. Actually, we bought the chairs, which was a good thing, because by the time we went back on Thursday, these chairs actually come, let's put some pictures, but with like a footstool. And
the footstool is extra.
You
can get a footstool.
When you buy these chairs, you can also buy a footstool. And the footstools were like gone by the time we went back on Thursday.
And they said they would be.
Yeah.
But these are really nice. They're from Dometic, and they're like padded chairs, and they have a movable headrest, which you could use as lumbar. Oh, they recline. Yeah, I'm very pleased. And they're light, too.
They're very light.
But they're pretty solid, so... And a 3-year warranty. So there you go. From our friends at Dometic.
Anyway, so even the crowd on Thursday was enough of a crowd, and it really, I understand. I get it. It was not a crowd, but it was enough for me. But we are already making our plans for next year. There is a non-hookup, a dry camping site right across the street from the Giant Center, and it's
basically a lawn.
It's basically, just a big empty space. But they do have a shuttle service that goes in. So I think if I didn't have to deal with the parking, and I could come and go really easily, go in the morning and get tired of the crowd and go back and rest at home and then go back or something, I would be more apt to go more days. But as it was, the driving and the parking and then the crowds was just too much to think about.
Well, and Jeremy was saying in the past it stayed open till 8.
Until 8, yeah.
And now this year was just 7, which is still plenty late.
Seems like a lot, but
especially if you're a vendor on your feet all day. My word, ugh.
But they were recognizing that final hour just really, and for them, they have children, and that extra hour that's getting right up onto bedtime and stuff was a big deal for them to be able to stop a bit earlier.
Any other stuff we missed, though?
Well, we did see a bunch of trailers that weren't Rockwoods, too.
That's true.
We went through Lance and Ember and enjoyed that. I actually really liked the Embers myself. We did take a little bit of a road trip.
Yeah.
The Oliver trailovers, because they're not allowed to.
Yeah, that's funny.
Play.
So Oliver.
So, real quick. So, the Hershey show is all the RVs that were there were being presented by a dealership. And there's like 3 or some.
Actually, I think this year it seemed there were a lot more dealerships. There had to be 5 or 6.
But it has to be a dealership in Pennsylvania, right?
Right.
So if no dealership in Pennsylvania sells Oliver's, Oliver can't be at the show because
and they weren't.
Because that's what I'm saying, because the dealers are the ones that bring the rigs to the show.
Right. Yeah,
just to make that clear. So it's not like Hershey RV Show says, "No, Oliver, get away from us." It's not that specific.
Yeah.
Not like they aren't allowed, but they just aren't represented by a Pennsylvania dealer that is in the show.
Right. Their closest dealer is Massachusetts.
Oh, okay.
The Hershey Show is presented by the Pennsylvania. I was just going to look up the name of the organization, but it's the PRVCA,
CA.
Pennsylvania Recreational. See, I'm going to screw it up.
Camping Association.
Yeah, we'll put the link in the show. Peggy will put it in the caption there. But yeah, it's presented by the Dealers Association, so obviously they're going to support the people who are part of that organization.
Right.
And so Bill wanted to check out the Oliver trailers. So
they're just in the Staples parking lot down the street. Which was fine. It also was not crowded.
No, we were the only ones there.
Yeah. At the moment that we went, we were the only ones there. We saw people as we drove by. People were there, all the time, but
it's not the crowd of Hershey.
It's not the crowd.
No.
You don't have to pay to park or pay for admission.
And plus, you could buy office supplies because it was in the Staples parking lot. I wonder if there are other brands.
You go to buy a stapler and you end up buying an Oliver and taking it home.
Yeah.
Hey, honey, I got a great deal.
Yeah. I have pencils. And by the way, I spent $90,000 on a trailer. Sorry.
They can't even give you the price.
Yeah, that was interesting because they are
not a dealer.
They're not a dealer. They're
just a couple guys hanging out in the park.
It was a couple of guys from.
I'm just camping here. You want to see my rig?
Yeah, but it was good to see them in person. I've only read about them and written stories about them, but never actually. Well, we had a listener who showed us his once.
Mm-hmm.
There was one at the RV Miles open house last year on the rig crawl. That's where I first saw it and kind of said, "Wow."
Yeah, yeah. Oliver is, if you don't know, we'll put a link to a review I've written about them. But they are a fiberglass egg style trailer, but on steroids because they are a very premium product and priced as such.
They were really nice.
They are very nice.
And they said they compete with Airstream. That's their main competition.
So they're like a plastic Airstream.
Yeah. A plastic Airstream.
Without all the rivets that you have to maintain.
Okay.
They have a Legacy and a Legacy Elite. The Legacy Elite being the longer of the two. Mm-hmm. It's a 2-axle trailer. And that one had enough solar that it was running the air conditioner there in the parking lot. Because there was no hookups there. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah. What else is on our list?
Food.
Oh, food.
Yeah.
Okay, so, I mean, you're at a sporting venue. If you've ever been to any kind of a sporting event, or a fair, a Renaissance fair, a state fair, the county fair, food prices are insane. Right?
Yeah, it's always...
That's to be expected. So the first day that we were there, we bought gyros, and they were $16, and they could have had more stuff in the bread.
Well, it was. That wasn't very good.
And your chicken was dry. But
the chicken tastes like wood.
But for the same $16, $18, the same, right? $16 to $20, you had a really good barbecue sandwich.
It was $22 for a brisket sandwich and a can of Dr. Pepper.
We, that day, ate from the vendors inside, the ones that you would, if you were there watching a hockey game. Match, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, they had that kind of snack bar open, and so we got hot dogs from there. They were a little less expensive. They were decent.
It was a long hot dog.
Long hot dog.
I didn't feel at least ripped off, and the hot dog itself was actually pretty good.
It was pretty tasty, yeah.
And I'm a hot dog eating fool, so.
So, of course, expect to pay fair prices when you're going to eat there, and you're bound to eat there because it opens at 9 or 10 and closes at 7.
You could bring in a lunch.
I suppose you could. I don't remember them really checking. You went through a metal detector,
Yeah.
But if you took food, I don't think that they would have a problem with that.
And Dometic outside had a little area with tables and chairs that you could
That's
kind
right.
of picnic in. If you
Yeah.
wanted,
Yeah.
right behind all the food trucks.
Yeah.
So there was a good variety of food, but just know that you're going to pay for it, and just
One big
You know.
advantage if you're parked across the street,
Yeah,
Camping,
you just
dry
go
camping.
over. Yeah.
go home and have
go back
you know,
to your
real
camper
food.
and
Yeah.
have your lunch in the air conditioning, and then go back out ready to fight.
If
some
you
more.
have your system from ABC Upfitters.
Oh yeah,
That is.
go visit your dog.
Yeah,
Right,
go visit
yeah.
your dog. They had- I
he
saw
would miss
people with-
daycare. I don't think he's gonna like that idea. He said, "Dad, why don't I get to go to doggy daycare?"
Yeah.
Because you're here, you're fine.
A couple of days, Bill's dog Zappo got to go to this doggy daycare place where, the dogs run around and
And he loved it.
And yeah, but yeah, the food was it's fair food,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I mean, the bad thing is I didn't see that much deep fried stuff.
Not really. You're right. It wasn't
The
like
Northeast, you don't see it as much as the
it wasn't
Oh,
like
really?
deep fried Twinkie
Man.
fare food. It was sandwiches and
sausage and pepper,
Sausage.
Yeah,
cheesesteaks,
How do you have
burgers.
state fairs without deep frying everything?
Well,
Where we're used to state fairs, it's like, wow, they deep fried, like
stick of
alligator bites. Yeah, there's deep fried butter and all this crazy stuff. So, of course, maybe that's why Bill looks like Bill looks like, and we look like we look.
Perhaps. Speaking of food, it's been a minute since you had a bite of Reese's, right?
Oh.
I'm not offering you one. I'm just reminding you. We did go to the Hershey store across the street, and that was fun. We got to buy Hershey's that isn't available anywhere else, and they have like a ride. You ride in this little cart on a track, and it tells you how they make how they process the beans all the way up to the chocolate bars, and
That's
so that was
the
pretty fun.
replacement of the factory tour that I used to go
that
on.
they
as
used
a
to
kid.
have a factory.
Because you've been coming here for years.
Yeah, it's 3.5 hours from my house to here with no traffic.
Yeah.
Typically about 6 hours.
But, man.
Good stuff, huh?
We are going to be here for a few more days now that the show is winding down and over.
Over? Did you say over?
And Bill's going to so kindly show us around more of the state. And so next week, probably we'll still be talking about Pennsylvania, even if next week we'll be back on our way to Indiana.
That's where we plan to look at a bunch of RVs.
Yeah, we'll look at a lot of RVs there because that's kind of all there is to do during the dealer.
There's Amish crack
Well,
donuts.
I mean, but during the dealer open house, it's all about RVs. It's not
It
about
is.
the gadgets and the all that stuff.
And
So-
it's significantly less people.
And
Yeah.
right, yeah, significantly fewer
But
people.
I think more RVs,
and more
maybe.
Well, probably more options of RVs, but just not the crowds, because it's not open to the public. It's designed to have dealers come in and decide what RVs they want to buy for their inventory for the next year. So we are privileged to get to go to that, and we'll talk more about that, of course. And next week we'll talk more about the other things that we're doing in Pennsylvania. But I think just talking about the Hershey RV Show is enough of a topic.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, I think so.
now, one of the other people that we got to meet up with, and we have met him on several occasions, Rich Lure from Air Gear Store, and we kind of were texting like, okay, I'm over here, now I'm over there, but I'm over there, but now you're over here. And we said, okay, we're heading down to the ice vendor area. And we were walking down the stairs, and Rich came walking up the stairs. So it's a good thing we took the same stairwell. And we sat to the side and chatted with him and told him again how much we adore the water hoses that we bought from them in, I looked it up, December of 2021 is when we bought these hoses, and we are still using the same two hoses. They look brand new. They're just completely wonderful. I can't say enough about those hoses. They are, I mean, Air Gear sells many other things and wonderful things that we own, but those hoses are just really, they don't kink. They're easy to wind up and fit into a bag, and they have been exactly the same for almost 5 years.
Yeah, I mean, you
Almost
leave them
4
out.
years.
They're like coiled. I almost said like an old telephone cord, but some of you
But
were like, what's
you
that?
might not know what that means. You're like, telephone cord? I don't see a cord.
Well, but anyway, they're coiled, and we have had them plenty of times stretched between the trailer and a faucet and a spigot, and they just go right back in the bags that they came in. You know, it's truly a high quality product.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the cheapest water hose you can buy, but you know what? How many hoses would we have?
And cry only once.
Yep. So
we went through several hoses before that. You know,
Yeah.
we did the flat one, and we still have the white one as a, you know, the one that came with the trailer as a backup. But we really only use that if the water's really far away.
I may have used that as a gray tank flushing hose.
I'm glad you told me that. I don't think I'll be using that for fresh
Nope.
water anymore.
So anyway, yeah, if you're looking for a high quality water hose that you buy once and you're set, this is a really good product, and we have really enjoyed it.
And hi, Tothy. Sorry we missed you.
Yeah. So here in the state park, the first night we were all out, we got bitten like mad from mosquitoes.
We did. And the weather is so incredibly
so
perfect.
fantastic
You
right now.
cannot not sit outside. Like, it's so wonderful.
If there is a mosquito in the county, it is going to find me.
Yeah.
And I am still all itchy and bumpy from the mosquito bites. And then I remembered, oh yeah, dummy, you have a really functional, good working mosquito repellent.
Thank you.
It's not the Reese's, but it's the Thermacell.
So there are a few different designs of this. This might be an older design that
I
doesn't
think it is.
come anymore. This is actually a lantern. If we would put a fresh battery in it,
No,
it would work as a lantern. Oh, you
charged
did?
them.
Oh, my bad.
Look.
Okay. That is actually a lantern. I suppose you could attract more bugs that way.
Potential.
But the whole point of this is to repel the bugs. And so there's a little, here, you hold that, please. There's a little butane canister in there that lights a flame, and that you might be able to see the smoke, but maybe not. And that flame heats up these little pads that are soaked in.
See, I don't know, if you're watching this, there's the butane. You open it and you screw in the little butane thing. This pad has seen better days.
Yeah.
It's done.
So
but it's easy to swap.
So it like warms up the oils in this pad and kind of dissipates them out and around. And so this is not really meant to kill, it's meant to repel.
And it
And
works.
keep the mosquitoes away, and it works really well. We'll talk maybe next week about how we kill the ones that don't repel.
Yeah.
But we have this burning now because we are sitting outside, even though it's not night, dusk, which is when they tend to get worse. But there's still a lot of little floaty things in the air. So
Yeah, I mean, we've been pleased with the Thermacell for some time. And as I said, if there's a mosquito in the county, it's going to find me, bite me, and then tell its friends to come and join the party. So I am the mosquito attractor. That's the
mosquito repeller.
thank you. That new mouth, and it ain't working.
Oh no, it's probably got too much chocolate in it.
There's no such thing. You're right. I should probably have a pretzel to counteract all that
my
chocolate.
heavens.
Hey, it's Reese's. Yeah, I was like,
Sometimes we drink beer on camera. Sometimes we just eat candy.
yeah, that's not candy. It's health food. It's pretzels and peanuts, and pretzels and peanut butter.
Okay.
It's health food.
Silly me. All right. So one thing that we will tell you about
Look, you
that
could
Bill
see the peanut butter.
took us to is our Goofy USA. Of course, if you're listening or watching, you're going to want to go to the YouTube playlist on our YouTube channel called Goofy USA, and we're going to tell you about Mr. Ed's Elephant Museum and Candy Emporium. Okay, so whenever we last asked the question of the week, I know we didn't do it last week because we did a real short talk with Bill about what we were going to expect at Hershey. But the last time we asked, and this is a great example, how do you find and keep friends while you're on the road? And we met Bill at the first time we went to a frog rally. He was technically still in training for the parking crew.
Right.
And you had long hair.
Yes. We arrived so early and snuck into the fairgrounds really early. And so we met him then, and we have had the privilege of hanging out with him, at least once a year since, right? We get to go to a lot of events together. He comes to a lot of our things. He makes it all the way from Long Island to Quartzsite to hang out with us. I'm sure it's only for us.
Nothing to do with the fact that my sister lives in Phoenix.
Nothing to do with that. And then a couple weeks ago when we actually asked the question, we were mooch docking at Tony and Tina's TNT RV.
People we also met through the frog rally.
Yes, and so we love your stories. Thank you for sharing how you meet people and how you get to hang out with them whenever possible. And this week, because we were around people shopping for their first or next RV at the Hershey Show, we thought maybe we should ask, have you bought an RV at an RV show?
Have you bought an RV at an RV show?
Sort of.
Okay.
I got show pricing, but I missed the show.
So we would be interested in hearing your story, what your experience was like, how what show you went to and how your experience was, and if you got a great deal. And that is our question for this week.
And you can answer that question at our Fun and Friendly Stressless Campers Facebook group. It's one of the best reasons to be on Facebook, in our opinion.
Indeed.
Did you know that we did a once-a-week newsletter, and it's free? And we really do a good job of protecting your personal information and not sharing it with others.
We also do a really good job of not sending you more than one email a week, because that's all we have time for. And so if you would please go to any page of the website and sign up for the newsletter, you'll get one a week. It'll remind you about the podcast, and it'll tell you about other things that we saw and heard and learned in the RV world over the past week.
Yep. You can find the notes for this episode along with the links, and there's some fun pictures and such at our home on the web at stresslesscamping.com under the podcast, and this is podcast 325.
You can also at stresslesscamping.com find our favorite RV services and products page. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Products and services. Anyway, that is where you will find all the things that we love, all the services that we love, and a lot of them you will find discounts. So if you buy them through our site, you will get a discount. We will get credit for referring you, and we really appreciate that.
What keeps the lights on.
And we want you to get those discounts. So please, before you shop, check us out.
Yep, of course we are in all the social places, but you can start at stresslesscamping.com and from there jump off to all the places we know you're wasting your time along with us.
If you are a listener of the podcast, please remember that you can subscribe for free on any podcast catcher, and we are saving you a seat around our virtual thermocell fire. And if you're watching on YouTube, we really appreciate it if you'd take a moment. We'll talk really slow right now. Find the like button. Cha-ching. Find that subscribe bell. And if you want to, you could pause. Wait a minute, let me tell you what to do. Find the share button, run over and share this link to your Facebook page, and then come back and finish.
Or Reddit, or
TikTok, or all those places.
Wherever.
Yeah, all those social places.
We don't care.
Thank you for...
I mean, we care that you share, but not where.
We don't care where you share. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. All those things really help us a lot. Yep. And as long as you keep helping us, we will keep sitting here and talking to you.
Yeah. Is that a promise or a threat?
A threat.
I'm not sure. Okay. Well, with that, that's what we have for you this week. We sure appreciate your joining us here from the great state of Pennsylvania. where I am feeling candy starved at the moment.
Oh no!
But thank you. Thank you so much for being here, and most of all,
Stressless camping. Pass the peanut butter.
We sure appreciate your joining us here in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Yeah. That's a blooper you got to put at the
I will.